Hi everybody. This is Yong Min Kit here. Welcome to our Wednesday international sales session. Okay. This week we are going to cover a session on Bangkok, and then the speaker is actually our head of international sales, and she's going to cover, besides the Bangkok outlook, she will be talking about a few interesting projects as well. So actually, before we start, you are welcome to join us every Wednesday at this 4 p.m. session. So here we pass the floor to Mandy.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to my international sharing session. So today is my turn. As usual, normally we will actually invite different speakers to come in to share different international projects. So today it's my turn, all right? So without further ado, let me share my presentation flow. Okay, feel free to ask any questions towards the end, or you can actually comment any questions in the comment box as well. Okay, my name is Mandy Chan. Okay, I'm the head of IQI International Sales. So today, basically, I will just share why invest in Bangkok and some of the projects updates as well. All right. Okay, so why Thailand? Of course, I'm sure everyone have been to Thailand before. So for those that was watching live right now, if you've been to Thailand, so perhaps you can actually press 1 if you've been to Thailand. Okay, and press 2 if you love Thailand. All right, so today we are talking about the overview of why invest in Thailand, Bangkok. So again, from this slide, you can see that why Thailand, we talk about the Thailand economy. Again, these are the sub topics that I'm going to mention it later on. We talk about populations, we talk about tourisms, mega projects, Thai currency, medical tourisms, educations, and retirement. Of course, everybody knows where is Thailand. Thailand is actually located in the center of Southeast Asia. Again, I'm sure all of us has been to Thailand. I would be surprised if you tell me that you haven't visited Thailand before. It's the second largest economy in Southeast Asia. And of course, the main contributions come from export and tourism. Average GDP growth rate is about 3 to 4%, and GDP per capita is about USD 8,000 in December 2019. Of course, if you compare last year due to the pandemic, the GDP growth have dropped to about 2%, but averagely over a few years, it's been around 3 to 4%. And currently, the Thailand populations, we are talking about around 69.79 million. And Bangkok alone, the population is 10.72 million. Well, talk about tourism. I'm sure everyone loves to visit Thailand. And in fact, Thailand is actually one of my favorite countries. Every year, I'll always visit Thailand. Not because of the pandemic, we'll probably go to Thailand very often. All right, so we talk about holiday paradise. They have island like Koh Samui, Phuket, Pattaya, okay. There's lots more for you to enjoy, okay. Then we talk about the night market they have, or the temple, and even you talk about Bangkok, they have this four-faced Buddha, okay. Wow, talking about food, I'm not too sure whether you all have your lunch. By looking at all this, I feel very hungry. How about you? Okay, so I really miss the tom yum, the mango sticky rice, the barbecue pork, as well as some seafoods, oyster omelets. Okay, so all this is, we are talking about food paradise. And the other thing, we are talking about shopping and massage and all the entertainment. Again, it's a shopping and entertainment paradise in Bangkok. Don't you all agree with me? So if you all agree with me, can you just press 3 in the comment box, all right? So, okay, we talk about mega project investment plan over here. In fact, for the past recent years, Bangkok have actually, or I would rather say, Thailand have actually launched quite a few mega projects to drive the whole economic growth. And this actually attract a lot of foreigner investments from China, Japan, Korea into Thailand. And these are the 5 main mega projects we are talking about. Of course, the first one everybody know, One Belt, One Road, okay, Itailu, all right. So it's actually started constructions already, okay. And second, we talk about Thailand 4.0. I will cover a bit on the 4.0 on my second slide, okay. Thailand Eastern Economic Corridor, EEC, again, I will cover it in the next slide. Bang Sue Grand Stations and expansion plan of all the mass transit systems. Okay, One Belt, One Road initiative, as you can see from this photos, it's actually starting from China all the way going through Vietnam and Cambodia, finally reach Thailand, Bangkok, then all the way to KL, Malaysia, and Singapore, okay? And this whole thing is already constructed already, and currently will be targeted, completed probably by, should be by, I would say, end of this year or beginning of next year to the point to Bangkok, all right? And Thailand 4.0, this again is one of the initiatives by the Thai governments. Basically, they want to actually emphasize a lot on the smart industrial plus smart city plus smart people. Those days, okay, what we know about Thailand, I would say 20 to 30 years ago, we talk about Thailand is only popular in agriculture, okay? Used to be from a very poor country, okay? But since then, they have actually evolved to slowly to improve their technology and industrial, okay? So therefore, right now, in Thailand 2.0, they move towards light industrial, okay? And subsequently, they followed by Thailand 3.0, whereby they are looking at heavy industrial, advanced machine technology, okay? And right now, Thailand 4.0, that means current Thailand, they really focus on creativity, innovations, and they talk about robotic, okay? So therefore, the whole initiative is actually launched by the governments, and it takes stages, to achieve this. And of course, with this Thailand 4.0, they actually attract a lot of foreign investment into Thailand. And they also attract a lot of foreign talent professionals that expect that it's actually working in Thailand. Okay, we talk about EEC plan, Eastern Economic Corridors. It's actually away from Bangkok, from all the way from Bangkok city to the Pattaya. So this is the Eastern Corridor, whereby they're going to expand the railway, okay, the airport, as well as the port, okay. These are the 15 crucial investments project when talk about the whole EEC initiative. So basically they will set up lots of factories, okay, industrial area, okay, and they will expand their transportations in terms of the rail systems, okay, from all the way from Bangkok, you can travel by train all the way to the airport of Pattaya called Utapao, all right? So, and again, you can pass through 3 main port, all right? So they're going to have, with this plan, they're going to have 3 international airports, of course, 2 from Bangkok, that is Suvarnabhumi Airport, as well as the Domong. The third one is actually the Utapao Airport. And the Utapao Airport, in fact, is as big as Suvarnabhumi Airport, okay? And there are 2 major ports in this EEC plan. And they also expand the coastal industrial zone and the coastal tourism. Bang Sue Grand Stations, this is one of the biggest transportation hub in Southeast Asia, and they have spent about 68 million baht for this whole hub, all right? And basically this hub is actually built by one of the China's constructions, okay? And due to this reason, a lot of migrants from China actually invested or live in Bangkok. Okay, so eventually all the train from China will stop at these Bang Sue Grand stations. Of course, the train from Singapore, Malaysia, all the way to Bangkok will stop at these grand stations as well. All right, so total they have 26 platforms, about 34.88 kilometers, and carry almost 80% completions. Estimated operations will be November 2021, which is end of this year, and they're going to expect about 3 million people using these stations every day. Can you imagine that? And because of these reasons and these grand stations, surrounding of the properties or the land price have actually increased tremendously. I would say easily hit 100 to 200% already. There are lots of mass transit systems expansions happening in Bangkok. For those who have been to Bangkok perhaps last year or 2 years ago, okay, you can see that there's lots of constructions going on in the city of Bangkok. That is where they're going to expand their railway systems. You can see from the left is the current mass transit network. Again, you can see that it's actually pretty simplified, okay? They only have like green, blue and red line, okay? But you look at the future one, okay? On my right, you can see that there are lots more lines going to be extended. They have all the color like orange, purples, okay, light green, yellow, dark green and all these things. So eventually they're going to expand the whole cities with the transportations, okay? Currently the total distance covered for BTS is the SkyTrain, is about 109.6 kilometers and mostly in the midtown on the city area. And by 2023, it's going to be covered over 399 kilometers in all locations in Bangkok. Can you imagine that? And for MRT is the another trains systems which is underground. Again, it coverage is about 45 kilometers, but the future road will be extended to 171 kilometers. So this is the whole Thailand's government's initiative. They wanted to have every districts or every town of Bangkok, they're bound to have a train stations. Again, have everybody been to Thailand before, you understand that how bad the traffic is, okay, especially during the peak hours. I experienced it before. It's only like about 1 kilometer. It took me about nearly 1 hour to reach as well. So therefore, transportations, public transportations, especially we talk about train, is actually very important for all the Thai people. Again, not everyone have a car, okay, and even though they have a car, they rather park in the office or at home and take the BTS or MRT just to avoid the jam. All right, so this future mass transit network eventually will on par with London Tube as well as the Tokyo Metro. Can you just imagine how great, I mean, how extensive this whole expansions. So here we talk about medical tourism. Not too sure everybody is aware that in fact Thailand is one of the leader in terms of the medical tourism in ASEAN's medical tourism. In fact, estimated earning for the entire Thailand's medicals is about 4.3 billion, okay? And there are about 2.5 million number of foreign patients every year to visit Thailand just for the medical checkup, okay? And you can see that you compare to Singapore and Malaysia, okay? Thailand is actually supersede the two countries and become one of the popular tourisms for medicals. A lot of wealthier people, in fact, will go to Thailand to do medical checkup, and they provide a very good service. In fact, some of my clients told me that they enjoy 5-star hotel service in the hospital just to do a medical checkup. And in fact, they can just stay overnight, or on the same day, they can get all the medical reports done. So they have all the world-class medical equipments, 5-star hospital facilities, and in fact, medical fees is relatively low as compared to some of the countries, all right? At present, there are about 1,002 hospitals and 471 is the private hospital. So you can see that every district they're bound to have a few hospitals around. So this is actually pretty crucial for Thai people, and in fact they prefer to stay nearby hospital. Just like I mentioned, you know how bad the traffic is, so imagine any emergencies, okay, they would call ambulance, okay, you can reach within the designated time, right? So this is one of the jokes that I share with my clients as well, all right? So I guess in Malaysia, we probably do not want to stay closer to the hospitals, but not in Thailand. Okay, let's talk about educations. In fact, there's lots of international school, well-known international school in Bangkok or in Thailand, and they have UK syllabus, they have US syllabus, they have Japanese, and they have Taiwanese, China's syllabus as well. And the Ministry of Education of Thailand have actually certified more than 180 international schools across the whole Thailand, and their education system is relatively high amongst the Southeast Asia countries. So a lot of expats actually send their kids to the international school. Even some of the Chinese nations, okay, they send their kids to the international school in Thailand. Why? Because the education fees in China are more expensive as to compare to Thailand. So therefore, they rather move to Thailand and just for their children's educations. When you talk about retirement paradise, okay, Thailand is voted as one of the top 10 retirement paradise in year 2019. And at present, there are about more than 1.8 million foreigner retired in Thailand. So can you imagine, this is a huge number, okay? So therefore, they actually scatter around in the whole Thailand. Some they prefer island kind of living, so they probably migrate to Phuket or Pattaya, okay? Some prefer city living, okay? They will move to Bangkok. So one of the way to actually qualify to live in or stay longer in Thailand is called Thailand Elite Visa. Okay, and what is this program all about? It's similar to our MM2H, but for this, it's more towards a long-term visa given by to the Thailand Privilege Club member. So it's categorized under tourist visa, whereby you can actually extend to stay for the period of between 5, 10, or 20 years, depends on the package that you choose, okay? Of course, you need to pay a member fees, depends on different package, okay? The price is as low as Thai baht, 50,000 to about 100,000 Thai baht, all right? And you can actually bring along your family members, depends on the package as well, all right? And you can enjoy the I would say the exclusive premium kind of service. Just imagine that if when you touch down to the Thailand airport, there are someone's guide you through the customs without queuing, okay? And you have a special benefits, transportations that can actually send you to the hotels that you book, all right? And of course, you also have some benefits whereby you dine in certain area or a certain restaurant, okay? Or you buy certain, you go certain area, certain shops, shoppings, you enjoy some discounts as well. So this is the whole program when you talk about elite visa or elite membership, all right? And you are allowed to come in and out, okay, without much hassle, okay? Some countries, they need to apply visa when they visit Thailand. In this case, when you have this elite memberships, okay, basically you do not need to apply the permit or visa as and when you come into Thailand.
Here's what I found.
Okay, so for Thailand, from this beginning of the year, okay, in fact, the Thailand Elite have offered a stimulus package called Elite Flexi One. This visa is actually to attract foreigners to invest real estate in Thailand with the following conditions. Of course, you need to buy a completed project with total minimum investment amount of Thai baht 10 million. It's actually a combination, it's not necessarily just one properties, all right? So, and the visa will valid for 5 years, and you can stay for a year plus another year of extensions without leaving Thailand. And the program period is starting from 1st January 2021 to 31st December 2022. So in fact, there's lots of people who love Thailand and like to invest in Thailand as well. They will go for this Elite Flexi One visa. Okay, Bangkok, I'm sure everyone familiar with Bangkok. Okay, it's the capital and the most popular city of Thailand. Why we should consider invest in Bangkok? Of course, number one, we talk about populations. I did mention they have about 10.72 millions in Bangkok alone. And land is scarce, as you can see, or you can feel it when you visit Thailand. You can see that everywhere, especially in the downtown cities, you can see that lots of buildings, high-rise building around, okay? And the other benefit of investing in Bangkok real estate, we are talking about all the properties are freehold property, okay? And of course, if you are talking about, if you want to invest in those villa, okay, or you want to invest in those landed, okay, they may have some restrictions, but generally you talk about condominium, apartments are basically freehold properties, all right? Capital appreciations, of course, when you invest in one particular countries, you really talk about capital appreciations, okay? Otherwise, why would you want to invest in that country, all right? Rental yield is again another fundamental factors for you to consider to invest in Bangkok. Without good rental yield, probably you would not consider in Bangkok as well. So generally, we talk about rental yield in Bangkok, depends on the area, especially along the BTS, usually you can get like at least 5%, all right? And again, some of the condominiums, apartments, they used to do short-term rental or Airbnb. Again, perhaps you can actually generate more rental yield instead. Easy entry, later on I will cover why I talk about easy entry. And of course, we talk about low buying costs as well. This is just a graph, okay, whereby I get it from the Bangkok Post. We talk about land price in the prime area as at 2020, okay, last year. You can see that some of the key roads in Bangkok are like Virus Road. Virus Road is one of the most expensive area in Bangkok, whereby a lot of wealthier peoples, a lot of embassy and high-end hotel located in this area, okay? And the price just for the land itself is actually increased by 1 million baht per square one. All right, and currently you can see that the increase is around 33 to about 100%. Of course, a lot of people are very familiar with Pramchit. Okay, Pramchit is where the four-faced Buddha is. Again, you see that the area itself, lots of high-end hotels and shopping centers. All the branded stuff is around there. All right, so you can see that again. The price have actually gone up to 1 million Thai baht per square one. All right. So Sukhumvit, okay, Sukhumvit is again everybody familiar, but this is the wrong road. All right. So the price for the land is from 230,000 to about 75,000 onwards. So the increase again, approximately about 9 to about 15%. Okay, Ceylon and Sathorn is where the old CBD of Bangkok. Okay, again the price have actually also increased a fair bit. So overall, if you were to compare 30 years ago, the Bangkok land price have actually increased 1,000%, okay, in 30 years. Okay, that is a huge number. Okay, well, let's see the graph here. We will highlight about the Bangkok house price. As you know, that Bangkok every year or every 2 years, they bound to have a lot of rally or protests happening, okay, from 2021, 2010 red shirts protests, okay, to 2012, the yellow shirt protest. You can see that even though no matter how bad the rally is, you can see the property price will still go up, okay? They might drop a bit, but they will still come up again. So in 2014, there's a change of the governments to military. Again, you can see that price dropped a bit, okay? But eventually it will go up again. When 2015, there's a bombing in Irawan, the four-face Buddha. Again, you can see that there's a drop in property price, but soon the property price have went up again. In 2016, that's where the Thai king passed away. Again, you can see that there's a slight drop in the property price, but subsequently it go up again. So in 2018, we talk about the flooding, okay, but again, it didn't affect much on the overall Bangkok housing price. You can see that subsequently it flow up again. So therefore, you can see that the chart from here, from 2008 all the way to 2009, you can see that the graph is going upward trend. In terms of the house price index, over here, we have classified into 4 categories. We talk about the red color is the condominium, blue color is the land, orange color is the townhouse, and the single detached house. Again, the trend is going upward trend as well. And of course, the fastest growing house index is actually condominium. A lot of people will probably wonder, is oversupplies in Thailand, okay, and what is about the demand and supplies in all the new launch projects in Bangkok? Yes, from I would say from 2017 all the way to about 2019, there are massive constructions and project launching in Bangkok. But again, you can see that in 2020, subsequently, of course, due to the pandemic as well, the supply is actually subside, okay? Not many developers actually launch new projects. So therefore, you can see that the demand and the supplies is actually currently doing a collections right now, okay? So the sales rate has been dropped a fair bit because there's not many constructions or developments or new launches going on, okay? But can you imagine that eventually it will fill up, okay? And the price of the properties will go up and the demand will exceed the supplies, and hence you can see that there's lots of potentials in Bangkok's properties. These are just one of the property outlooks we compare 2020 to 2021, okay? And you can see that overall, with the current situations of the pandemics, of course, the average change in residential price have dropped a bit, okay, but it's only less than 5%. You talk about Bangkok, okay, but between now and end of 2021, which is end of this year, you can see that they actually have a forecast of increase by 7.4%. Okay, in terms of the rental, of course, right now, because the border is still closed, all right, and even though they allow certain category of businessmen to visit Thailand, okay, that will affect on the rental, because you know that expat is one of the key markets for the foreigner for the condominiums in Bangkok. So you can see that there's a bit of drop as at end of 2029, but again, it's actually less than 3%. but subsequently there's some collections going on, and when borders is open, it will start increasing. All right. So in terms of the transaction growth in year to come, okay, there are in fact a lot of first-time local buyers right now, because developers offer a very good package and incentive during this period. All right. And there are less launches going on, so therefore a lot of projects was sold to the first-time local buyers, because they would think that owning a property is probably one of the criteria, especially during this kind of pandemic period, all right, instead of renting, all right. So we talk about local buyer upgrading, again, is about 32%. Local investor, about 38%, and foreign buyer is about 42%, okay? So therefore, you add up the first-time local buyers plus the local buyer upgrading, you can see that the percentage is in fact much higher compared to foreign buyers. Okay, there are typically quite a few types of the bedroom available in all the different condo projects. Usually in the Bangkok, in the city of Bangkok, you can see that they have more allocations for 1 bed, subsequently 2 beds, 3 beds, probably lesser, and studio again is lesser amount as well. You can see from here the graph, the chart or the photo showed that the condo demand, in fact, for 1 bed is actually greater compared to the rest. All right, it covers more than 50%. Okay, this is where there's a growing number of renter. Okay, also looking for 2-bedroom as well. So therefore, the 2 beds is actually getting more popular. Remember, a lot of foreigner, they work in or I would say expect that work in Thailand. Normally they are singles, okay? They do not have families, so therefore 1 bed is good enough for them. Even though you talk about local renter, those that who stay in the suburb but come to the city and work, again, they usually rent 1 bed, which is good enough. Or sometimes the family is a bit relatively small, like couples with children, they can also compromise on the 1 bed as well. All right. So this is the demand. So therefore, you can see that lots of projects is selling 1 bed because it's a entry level pricing, and it's also easy renting out. And when you come to exit, probably 1 bed to 2 bed is easy to exit as well. All right, so I'm sure everybody who's interested to invest in Bangkok or considering invest in Bangkok, you would probably ask, where is the investments hotspot? All right, these are few recommended hotspots that I think that is very potential, okay? So of course, a lot of people will look into this right in the city of Bangkok. You talk about Siam, whereby there's Siam Paragon. I'm sure everybody know. Okay, this is wholly tourist CBDs, and we have Chatlong. Okay, we have Pranjit. Okay, then we have Asok, where Terminal 21 is. Okay, so these are the area where a lot of mid to high income investors or owner would like to buy in this area, okay? Subsequently, we talk about Sathorn. Sathorn is the old CBD of Bangkok, whereby there's lots of international offices, okay? MNC company in this area. So therefore, again, people would like to invest here because it's close to the office, all right? So the next one, we talk about the Chinatown, okay, Ramanai, Hui Gang, okay. Again, this is where a lot of investors love to invest here, especially Chinese nations, okay. They love this area because you can literally buy everything from the Chinatown, okay. The next one, we talk about Chatuchak market. I'm sure everybody know about Chatuchak market, okay? And not because of Chatuchak market is popular, it's because of the Bangsu Grand stations. It's actually located 2 stations away from the Chatuchak market. So again, because of the Bangsu Grand stations, this is become the new hotspots where a lot of investors or even local who love to invest in this area because they see the potential growth of the Bang Sue Grand stations. Then subsequently, we talk about the second wealthier district called Thong Lo, okay, Ika Mai, okay. This whole area is basically, you have a short name called Little Japan, okay. Lots of Japanese here, okay, and lots of Japanese restaurants, and even have a lot of Japanese shops that selling all the Japanese ingredients, food and everything, okay. So it's actually very popular, a lot of restaurant, high-end bars, okay, cafes around this area. So again, people who love to invest in those high-end area. So this is where you can consider, even when you rent it, majority are Japanese, all right. Then the last one we are talking about is where the Bang Na area. Bang Na will be the future Bangkok CBD, okay. Further down to Bang Na is where the EEC mega project is. So therefore, again, this becomes the next potential hotspots that you could thought of, because this is the gateway of EEC. So a lot of people would love to invest in this area. And because it's slightly away from the city, and with the train line, they find that the entry price is much lower compared to in the city centers, okay. I would say it's probably about at least 3 to 4 times lower or cheaper, okay. So therefore, people don't mind to stay in Bang Na with the train, okay. You can still go to the city less than 1 hour, okay. Sometimes depends how many stops. If you were to go to Thong Lo, it's probably about 20 minutes by train, okay, or 25 minutes, okay. If you were to go to Asok or Siam, probably it's about 35 minutes to 40 minutes, okay, depends on which line that you are boarding. Okay, with IQI, in fact, we have worked with quite a number of well-known developers. Some are the top 10 developers like Sansui, Origin, okay, Land and House, okay, Pusa, okay, Anadan, okay, Real Assets, okay, Araya, and Sena. So these are the some of the top popular developers that we're working with. And we have lots of projects to offer, depends on your criteria and depends on your budgets as well. So we have Yi22 Origin, okay, we have, if you want to buy landed, okay, then we have Komo Bana, then we have Chambers on Note, okay, then we have Origin Sukhumvit 105, we have Nichimono Mega Space, we have XT Hui Gang, Park Origin Thong Lo, the base Pechapuri, and XT Ikamai. So selling points starting from about 75,000 Thai baht to about 250,000 Thai baht per square meter. So if you convert to be ringgit, it's about 917 to about 3,000 per square feet. It depends on which area and depends on the category of the product, whether it's affordable, mid-range, or high premiums kind of projects. So in my presentations here, I'm going to share with you 3 projects. I'll just give you an overview, okay, why I selected these 3 projects. So the first one is Nichimono Bang Na, okay. So it's actually located in Bang Na, the future CBD of Bangkok, okay. The developer is Sena Hankyu. In fact, Sena is the local developer joint venture with a Japanese well-known constructions builders called Hankyu, okay. If you go to Japan, you can see that all the highway is actually built by Hankyu, okay. Total unit is 795 units, and they have 1 plus and 2 beds, okay. Starting price is actually from Thai baht 2.7 million onwards, okay, it's around 359,000, okay. This is talking about the foreign quota. Again, buying in Bangkok, you have both local quota and foreign quota. So over here, I'm talking about foreign quota. And estimated completions is Q3 2021. What is the selling point for this project? Again, I like to pick those projects that is close to BTS station, especially walking distance. I'm talking about tier 1, not tier 2, whereby you need to take about 10 minutes to walk up from your condo to the stations, or you need to take a tuk-tuk or bicycles or van, okay, to go to the train stations. Basically, I'm talking about walking distance. So again, it's only 15 meters walking distance. I would say less than 5 minutes, okay? And it's a Bangkok next CBDs and close to all the amenities. They have lots of international school in Bang Na area, a lot of good international school. And they have a lot of hospitals, they have golf course as well, okay? One of the huge shopping center called Mega Bang Na, as big as for the 8 football field, okay? And you have IKEA there, and eventually you're gonna have one of the biggest shopping mall called Bangkok Mall, and this is the biggest in Southeast Asia, whereby it's located in Bang Na. All right, so therefore you can see lots of potential in this area, and also they have one of the huge convention center, BITEC, in Bang Na as well. So it will attract a lot of people to come here, and in fact, every week without the pandemic, there's lots of exhibitions going on in this area, and there are a lot of expats. They have set up factories, light industrial area surrounded in this area as well. And in this area, you can find a lot of landed bungalow, okay, by all the wealthier local people, okay. It's all in this area, because right in the city of center, you probably can't find a lot of bungalows available because the land is scarce, okay. But in this area, you can still see a lot of bungalows and villas available. So the entry price relatively low. We talk about Thai baht 90,000 per square meter onwards, and ready to move in soon because it's going to complete by Q3 2021. And developer actually offer fully furnished package for foreign quota with Japanese features. This is actually pretty unique, whereby Japanese are very detailed, okay, when it comes to the door size, whether is it big enough if you have a wheelchair passing through, or the plugs that you are putting in the kitchens, whether it's reachable without bending your body and all these things. So there are lots of features that put in considerations of the convenience and the details, okay, we talk about in this project. So I personally love this project a lot, all right? So these are some of the facilities and interiors that you can actually look at it. It's actually nicely done. And in fact, they maximize every corner to make sure that they will not have any waste corner, okay? So even the carpets that provided is also functionable, okay? And it's also durable, whereby you can put lots of stuff, okay? And facility-wise, they have gym, they have swimming pool, they have gardens, they have co-working space, they have lounge, okay? They have playground as well, lots of facilities going on, offered in this projects. Okay, second project I'm going to share is the Yi22, okay? It's from the developer called Origin, okay? The location is located at Salud. This is actually away from the Bangkok cities, okay, closer to the beach, okay? and it's like a local area. Okay, total unit is 998 units, and they only offer 1 and 2 beds. Okay, starting price is relatively low. It's from 1.8 million Thai baht onwards. Okay, if you convert to ringgit, it's about 245K. Okay, and estimated completion is Q1 2023. So again, you probably have a little bit more time to play around when come to the your cash flow. What is the selling point for this project? Again, we talk about walking distance to BTS, only 222 meters, okay, and close to the beach, okay. If you're sick of living in the cities and you wanted to enjoy beach life over the weekend, you can actually choose these locations, all right. Low entry price, we are talking about Thai baht 72,000 per square meter onwards. And because they just launched this project last year, okay, end of last year, they're still giving early bird discount of Thai baht 100,000, okay, first come first serve till the promotions end. And this project, because the entry price is relatively low, all right, and therefore you can actually fetch quite a good high rental yield, around 6% to about 7%. And this is in fact one of the most modern designs in the whole area, okay, and they give amazing facilities offer in this condo. So again, developer are giving fully furnished package to foreign quota and subjects to any changes, all right. So these are some of the facility, the lounge, the co-working space, the lobby, okay. They have lots to offer. They have gym, okay. They have core kitchens, okay. They have gardens, children playground, swimming pool, all these things. And below is the interior of the units, all right. So looks very impressive, right? Okay, finally, third projects I want to share with you all is the project by Sansari called XT Hoi Kang. This is where located at the Chinatown of Bangkok. Okay, the location is called Hoi Kang, and total units is about 1,450 units. You have 1 and 2 beds. Okay, starting price from 5.5 million Thai baht onwards. If you were to convert to ringgit, it's about 7,270K ringgit, okay, onwards. And estimated completions, we talk about Q2 2021, which is very soon, okay, because this location is nearer to the city. I would say it's probably about 4 to 5 stops to the Siam and the Asok area. Okay, so therefore you can see that the entry price is higher. And the selling price, again, I picked this project because it's walking distance to MRT Hoi Kang. It's only 75 meters, okay? And 4 MRT stop to Asok, okay? 10 minutes walk to the shopping malls, okay? And equipped with smart technology, amenities, and home system. Sansari is actually one of the well-known developers that who actually equip majority of their project with this smart technology amenities. So therefore, it's pretty amazing. They have their own apps, okay? From the apps, you can actually pay your bill, okay? Operate your smart home systems, okay? Order food, all right? So therefore, very impressive, okay? For this project, they also offer fully furnished package and free 1-year property care service. Property care is a property management service, okay? In the events that you buy for investments, so you need someone to look after the properties. They have their in-house property management service so that they will look after your units, clean your units or bank in all the rental for you and all these things, okay? That is a great service that they could offer for you. Okay, these are the facilities and interior that they offer. You can see that for this project is slightly higher premium, okay? So therefore the price is more expensive. And because it's closer to the city, this is the price that you pay. Why I pick all the projects along the BTS line? Because that's where there's a potential capital appreciations. A lot of projects along the BTS has been actually increased the price almost 100% already. So therefore, buying into those projects along BTS will never go wrong, your investments. Okay, let's talk about buying and selling costs. Again, I would say that it's actually very friendly when you invest in Thailand. Not much cost involved, okay? Especially you talk about buying costs, okay? Basically, they only have 2% transfer fees, okay? But this 2% is actually split by half, 1% by the seller and 1% by the buyers, okay? And of course, you buy into condominium, you need to pay maintenance fee, that's usual, okay? But in Thailand, the developer wants you to pay 1 or 2 years in advance, okay? Subsequently, you can pay on the yearly or half yearly basis, okay? And sinking fund in Malaysia, I think you'd be surprised, okay? Why sinking fund in Thailand only pay one off, and it's actually based on the size of your condominium, okay? And they have an amount ranging from about 400 Thai baht to about 600 Thai baht, depends on the type of your projects, okay, whether it's premium or affordable or mid-range, okay. So you only pay one off, all right. Unlike Malaysia, you have to pay every month. Over here, just one off. And of course, the utility installation fee and deposit, all this, you only pay when the project completed. So beginning, okay, you only pay the deposits, okay, to book a unit, okay, the transfer fees, the maintenance fees, the sinking fund, the utility installation, all this you pay upon the completions. In between, there's no progressive payments, okay. So if you were to buy completed units, of course, you need to settle immediately. Otherwise, if you buy those under constructions, you only pay the minimum deposit of 25 to 30%, okay. The balance remaining 70% you will pay upon completions. There's no lawyer fees involved, no foreign stamp duty, no local stamp duty as well. So very straightforward, isn't it? This is like straightforward, very simple and friendly buying cost, okay? Nothing much, okay? As you compare to some of this country in Asia, okay, we are paying more, okay? But in Thailand, it's actually very minimum buying cost, okay? If you talk about holding costs, again, nothing much, okay? Basically, as usual, you own a condominium, you need to pay maintenance fees, property care if you need it, okay? And rental income tax approximately about 12.5%, okay, per year, all right? So selling, again, not much, okay? The 2% transfer fees, 1% bear by the seller, the other 1% bear by the buyer. So literally only 1% that are going to incur by you, okay? Sales tax depends how long you hold the properties, okay? If you hold the property less than 5 years, then you have to pay 3.3% sales tax. If you hold the property for more than 5 years, you only pay 0.5%, okay? And there is this withholding tax, 1 to 2.5%, depends on the amount of your investments. And again, no lawyer fees and no RPGT. So simple and straightforward, all right? So in this, we will discuss about the currency. Again, you can see that from 2013 all the way to 2019, Thai currency have been actually increased tremendously. Those days we used to have 1 ringgit versus 10 ringgit Thai baht, 10 Thai baht, okay? But those were the days. Okay, now we are easily talking about at least like 1 ringgit will be versus to about only 7.4 Thai baht only. So imagine if you were to buy much earlier, you invest a property much earlier in 2013. Just the currency gain, don't talk about rental yield, don't talk about capital appreciation. You already earn more than 26%. Isn't it fantastic? And right now, you look at our recent Thai baht's exchange rate, all right? So it's 1 Malaysia ringgit equals to 7.6 Thai baht. Look at the chart, okay? The Thai baht is actually getting stronger versus our ringgit, all right? So I don't think it will go back to the $10, one ringgit equals to $10 Thai baht, okay? So therefore, it's like, it's your choice right now, okay? Whether you want to invest now or invest later. We are talking about hedge against the currency and the inflation rate and diversify your investment portfolio. So what is your forecast on the Thai currency for the next 5 years based on all the positive news and the government initiative, okay, all the mega project, or the expansion plan? Do you think that Thai currency will be weakened, okay, for the next 10 years? Or you would think that the Thai currency will strengthen eventually, okay? So give it a thought, okay? So would you rather invest now or invest later where the Thai currency is getting more expensive? So hence it's your choice, okay? Should you buy now and wait, or wait and buy later? Thank you. That's all for my presentations. If you have any Q&A, you can actually share it right now, or you can contact me, okay, or email to me should you need any assistance. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Mandy, for the detailed explanation and the presentation. Okay, for the interest of time, we will go straight to the question from the comment section. Okay, this question is from Tony. What is the management fee of project E22? And what is the facility included? And how much parking fee are there?
Okay, generally in Thailand, right, we talk about buying a condominium. Normally, they do not provide any car parks, okay? And the car park is based on first come, first serve, all right? And in Bangkok, not everybody own a car, okay? And I would share a little bit of my experience, okay? Or next time when you go to Thailand, go to the car parks, especially in the airport, okay? You'll be amazed how they park their car. In fact, they double park all their cars without any issues, okay? Nobody will horn your cars, okay? Nobody will scratch your car, okay? As long as you release your handbrake, they're going to be an operator to help you to push your car away so that the next car can move out. So same goes to condo as well. You do not need any car park space, okay? Normally it's not filled up, okay? So therefore it's based on first come, first serve, okay? And sometimes they also park at the roadside as well. Again, I need to emphasize, not all the local own a car. In fact, a lot of people who rent the properties, normally they come from suburb, okay? And they usually take the public transportations. So they do not actually have a car. Okay, so no issue with the car park, okay? In terms of the maintenance fees, again, it's not very expensive, okay? It's the normal standard rate based on per square meters, all right? So lots of facility in this E22, all right? So just now I did mention a few, okay? If you are interested to know more about the E22, always contact me, or you can actually contact Mingkit. Then he will share with you the brochures with the fact sheets and all the details about this project, so you can actually read up, okay? You would love this project. It's basically, it's a entry level, okay? And it's cheap to invest. I mean, especially for those first time investor, you do not want to come up with so much money, okay? And you just want to try, okay? This is one of the projects you can easily try, because to be honest, looking at area along BTS and good locations, okay, near BTS with this kind of price range, is not easy to find. And especially it's built by the well-known developer that offers such a great facilities.
Yeah, thanks for your answer. One more question before we close. Any promotions that the 3 projects are giving other than the one that you mentioned for E22? There's an early bird discount of Thai baht 100,000. Any other promotion going on?
if you were to ask me last year, yes, there's lots of promotions, but this year, no, because the local market is actually getting very hot. Okay, so therefore,
don't need to give discount.
Yeah, so even though those balance stocks or even unsold units for foreign quota, they actually immediately convert to be a local quota because local are buying up. Okay, so therefore, this year, not much of promotions that I can share with you. But if you would come to me last year, I can share a lot. Okay. So therefore, it's always about timing. So you rather buy now or you want to buy later. So
okay,
the best timing to invest or to buy is always yesterday because you will always miss the boat if you're still considering
okay.
should I or should I not.
Okay, so just hope that in the future promotions will come back. Okay, so thanks Mandy for the presentation. So our time is almost up, and then we welcome all of you to join us again next Wednesday. We have another project of another country. So just feel free to join us every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So we thank all of you for joining us today. Thank you.
Bye-bye.